Go ahead, Tom.
Aaron, you guys have been kind of waiting for a good shooting day on the road, and obviously today that happened. Can you just kind of talk a little bit about what that was like and what it meant for you guys today?
Yeah, it definitely helps when we shoot well on the road. I think we've previously gone off to rough starts, so it was good for us to just play ahead. We usually play from behind, so I think we're a really dangerous team when we have the lead. So we just have to keep building on that, getting out to good starts. And yeah, we definitely could be successful if we do that.
Eric, just the last 12 points there in the first half, what really kind of clicked for you guys at that point?
I mean, we knew we just had to turn our defense into offense, get stops. Yeah, I mean, we knew turning our defense into offense would be better for us so we get out transition, get some easy ones, and just steal some points.
How much you guys are kind of being confident on the road?
Yeah, I mean, of course you have confidence at home, but I think you get the most confidence when you get road wins. And so I think it'll be good for us down the stretch because we got a couple of tough games coming up. I mean, the rest of them are pretty much tough. So just helps us prepare for those.
Matt, what did you learn about your team today?
They were tough. They were a tough team, even on the road. Today was a day where the first 5 minutes we were. Oh, it's on. Oh, it's on. Oh, okay. So we showed that we were a tough team. Those first 5 minutes we played, even though we were fouling, I think we played well. We fought them from beginning to end, and it's extremely important. We're going to keep getting tough matchups. Every game in the Big Ten is a tough one. Continue to play against tournament caliber teams, and we want to show that we belong in the tournament.
Aaron, that run for you guys at the end of the first half, well, how important was that not only for the team but just for your confidence shooting the ball?
It was just fun being up there, just being able to play freely. We were just running in transition and stuff like that. I think that helps us a lot too. Getting easy baskets in transition and just executing offensively, getting stops, and then just coaches always say like keep doing the little things, shots gonna fall. So I mean, I just tried to contribute other things when my shot wasn't falling, and it was good to see a couple go.
What can this mean for you personally going forward now?
Just continue to build all this, me individually and as a team. Just keep taking those open shots. Not taking like contested threes or anything like that. Just letting the offense come to me and just continue to play through my teammates. Try to get offensive rebounds. Just stay solid defensively and just hoping we could build it from this as a team.
Has anything changed for you the last couple of games? I mean, just the way the ball's coming off your hand or anything? I mean,
well, it was last game. It was easy. Everybody was hitting, so I was just getting open looks. But that was a good little. That was good against Iowa. I think that got everybody's confidence going, and then we just brought that into this game. We knew what the stakes were in this game, a big rivalry. So just trying to build from that game, and I think we really translated what we did in Iowa to this game. So we just have to continue that.
Man, what do you think's changed? What do you think's changed the most? Where no Big Ten team could win on an opposing floor at the start of the season, start of the Big Ten season, and now slowly but surely the road teams are starting to win. What's changed with your team, and what do you think's changed?
Well, there was like a couple weeks ago, where just every road team won all of a sudden. That was interesting, to see from something that had been, Big Ten had the best home record. What I always said is like there's no true dominant team. Everyone is very similar, and then that home, that advantage of being home really counts, as something when you have two very evenly matched teams. But it's just about fighting somebody. That's in personal experience. We've had some bad starts, especially on the road. We've had some bad starts, where we get down 12-2, that kind of stuff. So for us, it was about having a fight from the tip right away. Right away, every single possession you're fighting, you're hitting, setting the tone on the boards, those kinds of things, just to get ourselves mentally going.
Eric, as an Indiana kid, every game on the road that you win is a big one, but does this have any more special significance to win a road game here?
Oh, 100%. I mean, especially because I got some guys on the other side there that I'm kind of friends with, so kind of gives you those bragging rights when the season's over, when we're all home or hanging out somewhere or something, and I don't have to worry about them talking about me losing against them.
Hey, Eric, is there anything about how you run offense that you thought kind of gave them some problems that kind of allowed you guys to execute the way you did there throughout the game?
I mean, I think they were ready for our actions. but like our certain plays, but we played free today. We played a lot of motion offense, and it's hard to kind of see what's going to happen and catch on to stuff.
Matt, I don't know if you guys were aware of what was going on at halftime, you know, on the court, and knowing that the emotion in the building might spur Indiana at that point. How important to come out and in that second half and really maintain your lead, to
We
make
knew it
sure
was
the crowd
important.
didn't get back into it.
We knew it was important. We had Coach Casey behind our bench. That's the guy I care about. That's the guy I want behind my bench every time. He's with us in the locker room. That's the guy I care about. Whatever happens at halftime, that doesn't matter to me. We knew we were going to come out. We knew we were going to come out hitting.
For Eric, for Matt, I guess how important has been to see Aaron get going today, but also, you know, Jihad last game, Evan Boudreaux having a couple of games. Just what's it meant for you guys to see some of those guys that had either been in some slumps or not playing that much show up and produce at this point?
I'm really happy. You know, it's everyone's realized. You know, this is the time to make a push. You know, this is the time that we got to place ourselves firmly in tournament contention. So I think everyone's realized that. You know, everyone's mature enough to understand that this is the time that we need to start to, you know, really win games, go on the road, win games. Really happy for Aaron and I played today. Really happy for how Jihad's been performing. Evan, of course, you know, the guys that have, you know, of course, they struggled a little bit, but are now really coming into their own role for us.
And how much harder does that make for teams to guard you? Basically, if those guys are going to make shots, you know, how much better does the offense move when, you know, teams have to defend them, teams have to deal with those guys? You know,
You know,
how much of that?
it's really tough. I mean, we got some great offensive coaching, guys that really know what they're doing, you know, putting us through sets. So they're already extremely tough to guard. And then when there's guys you just can't help off of, that's really tough for opposing teams to guard. You know, I've been on teams that have had top 5 offensive efficiency in the nation. And it just makes it so much easier for a guy like me to operate, or for a guy like Trey to operate, when we have those shooters that you just can't help off of.
Matt, can you just kind of speak to how Boudreaux kind of closed this game out without scoring?
Oh, yeah, he was just getting on the boards. You know, he's just wanting it more. Just wanting more than the team. He wanted to win more. So he was just getting on the boards. He was imposing his will on him, just grabbing the ball every single time. Every time it was coming off the rim, it was his. That's extremely important for us. He just closed the game out, just single-handedly. That's so important. You know, setting the tone early is important, but then closing it out that way is just huge for us.
Eric, they got within 56-50, and Matt scored 5 straight. Were those design plays to him, or just he was the guy that benefited from what was going on?
First we knew they were going to punch back, and we just had to be ready for it. And I mean, not to give up the lead. Six was close. But I mean, I think one of those plays was designed for him, and the other one we just got into play in motion, and found him on a slip, and we got a hand one.
Is there anything when you guys? Sorry. When people talk about Mackey and how hostile it is of a place for away teams to play in, on the flip side of that, what is it like for you guys coming into an environment like this and being able to get a win?
It was tougher last year. This year, I mean,
What they were saying last year.
last year I was saying some stuff. So it wasn't as tough for me this year. I really wasn't noticing it. You know, they kept it under control. I thought, honestly, you know, props to them. I thought they'd be doing a good job of, you know, just supporting their team.
Yeah.
Which
I think it's a different type of tough. We go different places. I mean, our place is just loud. This place is loud, and you hear some individual stuff too, some individual comments and stuff. I mean, that you just got to block out, and we did that today, so we got to win.
And when you came off the floor, I think after the putback, and so I think like No Jail just sort of like popped you in the chest. What did he tell you at that point? What was he trying to get across?
I don't know. He be joking. He was just trying to hug me up, just hugging me up. I don't know exactly what he said, but I'm sure he was just joking around, pushing me and stuff. But yeah.
Is there anything else? Great. Thank you, guys.